What's up, y'all? It's Taylor with y'all 106.7, and today I'm joined by a rising star in the country rock scene, Lil Skinny, but you go by Skinny.
Yes, ma'am, yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you.
How you doing
Appreciate
today?
it. I'm doing good.
Let's clear this up. So your birth name is not Skinny.
No, ma'am, it's Ethan Kuntz. But a lot of times it gets mispronounced, so Little Skinny it is. So
Yeah.
me and my dad, so we had a hunting dog kennel back in Arkansas, and it was Skinny Boys Kennels. He was skinny, and I was Little Skinny, so I guess it runs in the family.
I love it. And you're doing the name proud. You've got a lot going on. I'm going to give you a quick little intro here.
Cool.
So you are a top 40 finisher.
Yes, ma'am.
From American Idol.
Yes, ma'am.
You sang background vocals on Dolly's Parton Rockstar record.
Yes, ma'am.
You are writing with major artists, opening for major artists. You enjoy hunting, fishing, and your newest single, Whiskey Pistol, just came out on July 5th, and it is a bop.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Did I miss anything
No,
for
ma'am,
the
I think
intro?
I got me covered.
Well, I want to back up a little bit. Dolly Parton?
Yeah. So
What? How did that happen?
That's a crazy thing. So producer Kent Wells I was working with when I first came to town, he actually grew up in Ashtown, Arkansas, about 45 minutes south from where I'm from, but lived in Nashville, Arkansas for a while. And his son, Derek Wells, is a big name here in town, actually grew up playing around Nashville, Arkansas, and grew up in Nashville, Arkansas. So it's a real weird thing going from one Nashville to the other. And Kent was the guy from my hometown. Was like, hey, if you're going to make it big in Nashville, boy, you need to go find Kent Wells. So I came to Nashville not knowing anybody, and I reached out to Kent, and me and him sparked up a friendship, started working on some music together. He said, hey, man, I've got this project I'm working on. You want to come sing some background vocals? I was like, yeah, sure. And I had no idea what it was for. Came sang on the stuff. I was like, that sounds like Dolly. He's like, yeah, I'm producing this stuff. She's doing a little record. Well, then a little while later, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame thing came out. She's like, well, if y'all going to put me in here, I want to do a rock and roll record. And I realized that's what I sang for. And it was pretty amazing. And I got to go to the listening party and take my mom as my plus one. And she scooped my mom up and was really kind. It was great meeting Dolly. She's a national treasure.
Oh, wow. That is so cool.
Super cool.
And it's just like the stars aligned for you for that.
It was crazy, just from connections from my little hometown of 3,000 people, Nashville, Arkansas, and then to have such cool connections in Nashville, Tennessee. It's pretty surreal.
Dolly's like the biggest. I mean, and I love that she said, I'm not going to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame unless I have a rock and roll record. Like,
Right.
that is so,
it's so
so
class
Dolly.
act.
Yeah.
Such a class act.
Well, congratulations. That
Thank
is
you.
literally so cool. How about American Idol? Was it your idea to audition? How did that happen?
So, if you don't mind me telling a quick story.
I'd love
it's
it.
pretty funny. So, I actually finished the top 40 when I was 21, but I actually started my journey with American Idol when I was 15. And so, that was about 9 years ago. And it was the farewell season. It was on Fox. It was never coming back. And then, of course, it came back later on ABC. But it was the farewell season, and I had actually got my start. We moved from Nashville, Arkansas when I was 15 to Murfreesboro, Arkansas. And over in Murfreesboro, Arkansas, we just got this piece of land and this pond that was about 4 acres big. And I needed a flat-bottom boat to fish this pond. So I'm looking around for a flat-bottom boat. And my parents were trying to teach me this lesson of, hey, if you want something, you need to work for what you get. Well, old man Epperson down the road had a flat-bottom boat was for sale for $300. And I was trying to find my quickest get-rich-quick scheme that I could find to get this $300 because my parents wouldn't buy it for me. So over in Hope, Arkansas, they have a watermelon festival every year. And the talent show was called Watermelon Idol, and the cash prize was $300. Exactly. So I go over to Watermelon Idol trying to get on this talent show to win this flat-bottom boat. And I go over there on Tuesday to compete in the top 5. Don't make the top 5. I'm all bummed out. And I was supposed to come back on that Saturday. Well, my mom comes up to me. She goes, hey, if you want to, let's go up to Little Rock and try out for American Idol. I said, Mom, if I can't make Watermelon Idol, how am I going to make American Idol? And she's like, let's just go do it for the fun of it. So we did it, and it lasted all day, and they kept asking me to come back a couple weeks later, a couple months, and I ended up making it on the TV show and went to Hollywood. Never been out of sight of Arkansas, never done anything. So if it wasn't for that flat bottom boat, I wouldn't be here. So
Wow. Thanks, Mama, too.
yeah, Mama too. Mama in a flat bottom boat, I wouldn't be here.
Oh, wow. If that ain't a country boy. And like, what was his name? Old Man Emerson? That sounds like a country song.
Yeah.
You need to write about that.
Yeah, so flat bottom boat is what got me here, and that's what got me started with American Idol. So.
Well, that's really cool. And to think you almost were your own worst enemy, saying, if I can't make this Watermelon Idol, who am I to make American Idol? And then look at you going on to
Chasing the dream ever
top
since.
40. Yeah,
Crazy.
very cool. So this new single, Whiskey Pistol, I love that. Did you write that?
Yeah, so all of my songs I put out are originals I wrote or co-written with other people. So I actually wrote that song with Brandon Kenny and Dan Isbell. And, of course, those guys, their songs are songs I've grown up listening to. And I look up to, and I look up to those guys as idols and writers. So the pleasure just to be in the room with them was awesome. And me and Brandon actually started that idea first. And then we took it to Dan and was like, hey, we want to finish this with us because Dan's such a great writer and a good friend of ours. And it just came out what you hear today. So.
Very cool. You ever go hunting with Dan? Doesn't he hunt a lot?
Yeah, he hunts a lot. We hunt around the same people in the Mossy Oak camp because I'm a big Mossy Oak supporter and a big hunter, but we haven't got to go hunting together, but I'm sure that's in the future.
Yeah. What's your favorite season to hunt?
I'm always been a deer hunter, so we always ran hunting dogs with deer and stuff, so that's what I grew up doing. But I hunt a little bit of everything. I love all the seasons and all the fishing and stuff, but deer season is my favorite.
Hunting, fishing, loving every day. We love it. So tell me about who your musical influences were, because you have country, rock. Like, where did that come from?
It's crazy. I actually started in the blues scene. So I grew up playing on Bill Street. My first gig ever was at Rum Boogies on Bill Street when I was 14. And I was playing drums and played a little guitar. And then the American Idol thing happened, and I was still chasing the blues. I want to be like Stevie Ray Vaughan kid, do the three-piece. And then when I was about 18, I realized, okay, if I want to make a career on music, blues music is not where I'm going to be able to make the most money. So I actually went to college. My first week of college, I walked across the street and saw a concert, and it was Whiskey Myers and Co. Wetzel. It got really big in the Texas country scene, and that's what got me into more of the country songwriting, and that's where I really fell in love with the country music scene that came to Nashville. So
yeah, I love Co too. But you have such a rasp in your voice too. Like I love that. And then you shred on the guitar. So I mean, kind of like a Young Kid Rock, you know. I mean,
that's my buddy. So.
Yeah, maybe a little more well behaved than Kid, but
under cameras.
Yeah. So what does the rest of this year look like for you? Are you going on tour, playing any shows?
Yes, man. We got a bunch of shows lined up. I'm actually flying out to Utah this Friday. Go out there for a songwriters retreat and a songwriting show. Then July 18th and 19th, we'll be at Country Thunder playing before Co as well.
That's big. Wow.
Lainey Wilson's playing that Friday night, and I get to play before her. And on the side stage, Country Thunder in Twin Lakes, Wisconsin. So that'll be fun. And then I've got a show up August 10th, I believe. I'm opening up for Ronnie Atkins, which will be cool. August 31st, I'm doing the Tyler Farr and Friends show down in right outside of Hole in Wall, Tennessee, so that'll be fun as well. So I got a bunch of stuff coming up. That's just kind of the highlights, but I'll probably play close to 150, 200 shows this year. So I'm always playing and traveling, so you can find all that on my socials.
And you got a good memory too. You're like a booking agent. You just you know all the dates. I mean, so, wow, that's awesome. So who would you say is like your dream cut? Who, like, if an artist, if you had an outside cut from another artist, who is that, or who is like your dream to go on the road with?
Man, that's really hard. Of course, I mean, I think the dream to probably go on the road with would be Kid Rock, just because we have a lot of similar influences. But man, I don't know if I really say if I have a dream cut. I'm just such a fan of songwriting as general. So anybody that would cut my song and believe in it like I would is a blessing to me. So.
Amen. I love that. Very beautifully put.
Thank you.
So the best way to keep up with you is on Instagram.
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
at Lil Skinny. I wrote it down.
Yeah.
It's Lil_Skinny_music. There we go. Awesome. And you're going to play a song for us today. Are you going to play the new one?
Yeah.
Whiskey Pistol?
Sure, yeah.
All right. Let's hear it.